Hello, welcome to my testimonial session. So together with me here is Ling Tang. She is our Fiddlewoodz owner. Actually, she just signed she just bought this Fiddlewoodz project. So first of all, congratulations, Ling Tang.
Thank you.
And then, by the way, Ling Tang is from Indonesia, and you've been staying here for like more than 10 years in Malaysia.
Correct.
And eventually, you have decided to buy a property in Malaysia.
Yes.
So out of so many projects in the market, why you would choose this Fiddlewoodz?
Okay, as I mentioned, when I see the Fiddlewoodz project, it's just like one word, wow. It's very exclusive and also have a lot of different features that represents multiple different countries. Because in my work experience in oil and gas, it makes me like keep traveling around. And the first I saw like, oh, there is like a few from the Western Europe, and then there is also Moroccan style, and then there is also one of the African style, like for the lobby. So it's great.
Okay, so you're attracted by the facility of this project.
Well, it's actually combinations of number one is facility, number two is the locations. The locations is in the prime locations, where it's nearby to the palace and also nearby to the Mount Kiara area where I normally stay. And also a very strong developer, because before I go and find the Exsim, I asked my colleagues in my company, and then both of them say that, oh, Exsim is very good and is a very strong fundamentals developers, so you don't have to worry anything. And also the other part is the material for the building. They also say that Exsim is always like the very good one, never been like just normal decent one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I remember our first discussion for this project is through the online session, the Zoom.
Yes.
Right. So can you share with us like what is your experience with the online viewing session? Because most of the people maybe the traditional way of their viewing property is to come to the showroom, and then that time you told me that you are busy with work, you cannot come, so I propose you the online session. So is this online session informative, easy to understand, and then is it convenience for you to join?
Yeah, I think that's the new norm, where we have the COVID situations in the past, and I think online and using technology is something that the new normal now. And then also I think it's actually not really online, because after that I came here, so I can say like it's a hybrid. One is doing the online combined with looking at physically by myself to the showroom, and I'm just like blow my mind when I look at like, oh wow, it's very professional. And also the way he's structured, the way how is the sales gallery also located, it's very good. So for me, few online discussions is actually very helpful, especially for the person like me that always working almost more than 20 hours.
Yeah.
So having online is very helpful.
Okay. All right. So so you are taking the loan from RHB Bank, and are you satisfied with the loan offer and our banker services?
Yes, actually I'm amazed with the RHB, because it's like within 24 hours after I submit the documents, they provide me the feedback. And then they are also open-minded, meaning when I try to arbitrage with the positioning that they offer to me, like for example, I have another receipt from another bank, and the bank interest is lower. But actually, I have like tend to go to the RHB like about 80%. And then she told me like, oh yes, let me check with my manager and I'll get back to you. So, and then they come back and give the same as what I expected. So it's good. Yeah,
so far the both bankers, they are
very
okay,
yeah,
and it's very friendly.
no, it's not okay, it's like great.
Okay.
Their service
right.
is amazing.
Good to hear that. Okay.
Yes.
So no, there's so many property agents in the market, and is there any reason why that you will choose my service?
Okay. So first is, before I know you, Kendrick, I was like not located in Malaysia. If you recall, I was in New Delhi, India for my work in the oil and gas in India there. And then I look at about 20 house agents online.
Okay.
And then from the 20 house agents, you're the one that outstanding one. And then I asked my colleague that located physically in Malaysia to have a view for the house because I plan to move from New Delhi back to Kuala Lumpur. Yeah. And then what happened is he said from the I think 3 or 5 house agents, he said that the most like very patient and also very clear to give the explanations, and also actually sometimes the house is actually the same, but the one that you offer to me is cheaper for the same thing, but 2 different house agents. That's why and then my colleague said that Lintang, this house agent is we can trust him. And then during the time, although like I didn't look for rental and then look for properties in Malaysia, I definitely go back to Kendrick, to you again, because of that experience. And also you always give the truth when I have like one of my colleague wants to look for a house as well in here, and then I ask you like they ask to pay, but actually physically not here yet. And then you say that this is safe, this is a normal in Malaysia and things, and then you give me like a very clear instructions. So based on several experience with you, so I think you're the most trustworthy, and I can say like you know how many house agent that I looked before I found you, like 20. So it's a plenty of the house agents that I already do checking, but the most comfortable is you.
Okay, thank you. So if 0 to 10, how would you rate my service?
Okay, I will say 11. I think 10 is not enough.
So it's over.
It's
okay.
over.
Okay.
Very good, excellent.
Thank you so much. So for the last question, I think I already know the answer, but I still would like to hear from you. If there's a chance that your friends or relatives are looking for property, will you recommend me to them?
Of course, absolutely. As you know, I think as I mentioned, right, looking for a trustworthy person in this current situations, it's very difficult. And from my past experience that I got scammed multiple times, so I learned and I can sense like which person's the one that I can trust. So I think definitely whenever I have like a colleagues and family, I will definitely recommend Kendrick as the house agent.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all for our question. Once
Alright.
again, congratulations and thank you, Lintang.
Thank you so much, Kendrick, for the help.
Okay.